Actually, that's where I'm headed. I'm in Texas. I'm headed to Amarillo. And there's about another 50 miles, but if you look down there, that's the type of highway I'm driving. Boring, boring, boring shit. Okay. Met a guy this morning on probably a GS BMW. You know, he had the full riding gear on and stuff. Anyways, he'd been on the road for 2 weeks. He had just come from the same area of Colorado as I was. He had stayed in Taos overnight, Taos, New Mexico, where I opted not to go up to that elevation. When he woke up this morning, it was snowing. So, no snow on the ground, but it was snowing. Anyways, met him in, where was it? San something, New Mexico. Route 66, whatever that posting I had, the check-in I had on Facebook, Route 66. Anyways, he was headed back to Houston. Met another guy, he was headed to Las Vegas, New Mexico. He warned him that the overnight temperature was supposed to be 33. By the way, it's probably 75 right here. I still have my flannel long johns on underneath this. And it's getting warm. I got the vents open. I took my hoodie off. I just got the mesh jacket. I put my mesh gloves back on. Yeah, it's getting warm. I'm going to have to find some place to stop, take these pants off, take these pajama bottoms off, and cool down a bit. Somebody also mentioned that there's a big set of storms going through Texas right now. I don't see that, but it could be further west. And I don't know how far I'm going to go today. By the way, it's my birthday, so got a half a tank of gas. Got to put my sunglasses on. That's about it. Long, boring until I reach Amarillo. And then I'll start headed south to San Antonio. I'm hoping I can make it far enough south that maybe I can get a campground for the night. Maybe Enchanted Rock. I don't know. It's if I make it to San Antonio, that's a over 600 mile day. I don't feel like doing that. 500 is the best I've done, a little over 500. So 600 mile day at the end of 4 days on my birthday. Hey, it's my birthday. I don't mind being on the bike. I much rather prefer being riding here. But I don't feel like spending all day on the bike. Anyways, tomorrow's payday. I might head to San Antonio, regroup, repack the motorcycle, and just go to the beach for a couple of days. I don't know. It's probably going to be too hot along the shore. This time of year, it'll probably hit 95, 100 degrees, and the humidity will be through the roof. So, hard to say. Maybe I'll just rent a car and go to the beach. I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to dodge some traffic. I'll turn it back on if something interesting comes up. Laters. So, not really that interesting, but a mile up. See all these power windmills. I've been fighting crosswinds for 4 days, and I've only been on the road for 4 days, so it's really getting tiring. I never, ever, ever use earplugs with my Goldwing because I'm behind this big windshield. I don't get no noise, but the crosswinds were so bad. What the fuck are those? Bombs? I think they're bombs. I don't know. They look like bombs. Anyways, the crosswinds were so bad, it was just blasting onto the sides of my helmets, either the right side or the left side. And I had to put the earplugs in. I've got them in right now. It just was so tiring. So that's another great little tidbit. Never have I had to put headphones in and all of a sudden Yeah, this trip, just so fucking noisy. Okay, big wind farm here. Still going. Still going. Wow, all the way up there it looks like. I can't even see how far it goes. But a couple of miles of windmills. Amazing. I do see some storm clouds up ahead in the distance. Pretty far off, but once I get a bit closer, I will check the weather and see if I have to take shelter somewhere. Those are billowing, well, what do you want to call them? Thunderclouds, anvil heads. You can see them rising up there. Amarillo, 47 miles. And there we go. Laters. Well, I'm now about 20 miles outside of Amarillo, Texas. And you can see these storm clouds building there. The hammerhead or anvil head on that end, and there's a slight one on that end too. They go from there to there. I'm basically headed straight for them. The question is, how many miles away are they? Can't really tell. They may be right over Amarillo right now. The thing about Texas is you can get clouds like this, not see any storms. They may build here and they may move east or west, but I am going to stop before I get to Amarillo and check the radar, see what's going on, see if I can find a way around these or if I can go through them. We'll see. I don't want to get rained on. It's nice out today. My last stop, I actually took off my flannel sleeping pajamas that I was wearing underneath my pants. So it's kind of cool. I didn't change my long sleeve shirt. I just rolled up the sleeves. I may stop at the next stop and put on like a mesh shirt. It's, I want to say it's a 75 and maybe bordering on 80. The reason I chose to go to Amarillo is because I was headed south this way and the winds are going this way. So I got the wind at my back and it was easier to have after 4 days of fighting the wind, I just don't feel like fighting it anymore. And it was really strong if I was headed that way. So I was headed towards Roswell and I got to Interstate 40 and decided, let's get the wind at my back. And it's been pleasant. It's been very pleasant. The temperature came up about 20 or 30 degrees within 40 miles. So I got some police activity we're going to slow down for. I think they just have somebody pulled over. But the law in Texas is you have to change lanes and slow down 20 miles below the speed limit. So we did that and we're going to resume. I can't remember if that was one of the vehicles that had zoomed past me a few miles back. Okay, Amarillo, 15 miles. My GPS says 17, but the sign says 15. I'll split the difference and say 16 miles, which is probably about how far off those clouds are. I got a bunch of 18-wheelers. I don't know what it is about Texas, but just a bunch of 18-wheelers. As soon as hardly any oil trip. Okay, laters. We'll figure out what the weather's doing and get back to you. So I just stopped at Love's just to have a break and realized that the Cadillac Ranch is just up the road here. Like 3 miles up, something like that. So we might go take a look. Always been curious about it. If you don't know what it is, it's somebody has taken a bunch of Cadillacs and buried them I think, nose first into the ground, so they're halfway sticking up like a Stonehenge type of thing. You can go in there and they encourage you to graffiti the cars. In fact, they sell. Yeah, fuck you too, buddy. They sell spray paint at a lot of the garages or a lot of the gas stations around here. And I see a bunch of cars stopped up here, so I'd say we're getting pretty close. While we're here, I might as well stop. I think I'm gonna head to either Plainview or Lubbock for the night, although the hotel prices are a little high. There's a place called Palo Alto Canyon, which looks pretty interesting. They call it the Grand Canyon of Texas. They have a campground. There's not very much here. I mean, I can't even pull off here. Well, there's the cars over there, and it's a long way in. And there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's less than 10 there. Not a. Okay. That was not worth it. But oh well. Now how do I get back? All right. And I got to program my done. I got to program my GPS. Plainview, Texas. Plainview, Texas.